Welcome, bon dia, to my next little film about something that I find very useful in the Pilates world to apply. My name is Alexander Bohlander and I am happy to be in Brazil right now, in Salvador de Bahia. I am on a tour to present a series of workshops that I have developed over the years with specialized knowledge of how to bring Pilates training and therapy together. And I am the owner of a number of studios in Germany that are called Springs, and the director of Polestar Europe. I've been studying Pilates and Polestar training for more than 20 years. Now here's what I wanted to teach you today. I think there is one particular modification of the exercise feet in straps that you might be familiar with from your training that help people with different disabilities, with different pathologies. One of which is chronic low back pain, but also a stiffness, a tightness in the posterior muscle chain that many of us experience with our clients when people cannot reach down to the floor, not have axial elongation as they bend forward and not distribute and use the segments of the spine in the appropriate way. This is not only therapy, but it's also prevention, because if you have a nice axial elongation with a good segmental mobility and stability, you will be able to avoid things like herniated discs or other more severe pathologies. So here's the exercise, and I will just show it to you and then give you a little bit more information about it. We have one red and one blue spring in the reformer, and you will go into the position for feet in straps. So one foot after the other, push out, go into the loop. Legs parallel and about 45 degrees. Arms are usually here down at the side, but this time we will take the arms up in the air. Now curl up into a chest lift. Bring your hands next to your hip joints. And this is the starting position. Looks a little bit like hundreds. But now we are able to do an assisted movement with our legs down almost in horizontal, breathing out. And then you allow the legs to travel up into almost vertical. Of course, your pelvis should stay quiet on the reformer. Exhale as you go down, have abdominal control, and then inhale as you come up. As I do 10 repetitions of this exercise, my fascial posterior chain will free itself from restriction. I also have what we call neuroflossing, meaning that the nerve tissues that run through my fascia and my muscles from the spine into my legs will be freed, will be flossed, will be made free of any restriction. And at the same time, up to the top of my head, I can feel an elongation that is very nice to open up all of my posterior body structures. I do one more repetition, altogether maybe about 8 to 10. I stay here for a second, and then I bring my head down, take one foot after the other out of the loops. And if you want, you can have a test and a retest right before and after this exercise. So for example, if somebody had pain rolling down either in sitting or in standing, test before and then retest after, and you will find that there is so much more mobility, there is so much more axial elongation, and there is so much more freedom of movement in every segment of the body that all of a sudden they feel better, they have less pain, and they enjoy this new mobility in the progression of the next series of Pilates exercises. I have no name for this exercise yet, and because of that I call it Alex Special. So I hope you have success and fun with my exercise, and I'm very happy to teach it to you. Hope to see you again. Obrigado. Ciao.